Well, hello everyone. I hope you all had a beautiful night's rest and you are integrating well from all the healing and the downloads that you received. This is your integration reading, and we're going to dive right in. And the first card that had come out says, "Have faith in your dreams." This is great because when this card pops out, it is an encouragement from the spirit world saying that whatever you manifested is in alignment with where you need to go next. And oftentimes, we need to do a lot of deep inner healing work first and then manifest. And then the universe brings in what we need within that moment and within divine timing. So I'm seeing a lot of clapping hands from the spirit world, and that's their way of saying congratulations. You all did this deep inner work last night, and you manifested in detail and to the depth that you needed to manifest, and it's all coming. But make sure there's that practical plan that's set in place. You want to achieve that. What are the steps? What needs to happen? And make sure you do take those steps, because it's always important to do something on the earth realm. And once we complete the next step, there's that next step. And as we faithfully follow our plan, something bigger or better is going to come. And that's what I'm hearing the spirit world say. As you are planning ahead and taking those steps, I'm hearing a lot of your spirit guides say, we need to stop or pause and think about where we're headed and if we need to recalibrate or rethink what we're doing. And that's what this next card is wanting to go into more on. And it's called Meditate and Contemplate. Make sure you do pause and perhaps reassess. I'm also hearing the word reschedule or drop things off from your plan because it will no longer be necessary, mainly because as the integration begins to settle within you, you might start to receive divine inspirations on a much bigger level and realize, hey, I need to do something else instead, not that thing that I wrote down. I need to do this instead, and do it, dive right in and do it. So be open to that divine inspiration. Because if you do follow those divine inspirations, guess what? A win-win outcome is in the forecast. And that's the card, the last card in this draw on what the energy is coming forward. So this is all really, really good news, everyone. It just means a lot of deep inner work has happened. You manifested at the perfect depth and detail, and you just need to now take those steps. At the same time, being open to the intuitive guidance you're receiving. Let's get into now all about the lessons that's coming next, because once we release a layer of a block, the next layer comes up, and that's more of the other lessons that are in your karmic contract. Oh, look at this. The first card that had popped out is abundance, and I feel that this card, ooh, I'm getting the chills as I'm holding this card. The abundance card is connecting quite powerfully with the win-win outcome forecast card. So know that a lot of that abundance is coming. And when the creator is speaking about abundance, it's not just abundance in the financial form. It could be an abundance of time that just opens up in your day. And you have this now a freedom of doing whatever you want within that time. It could also be an abundance of love that comes your way. It could be an abundance of human connections also. And for some of you, it's this abundance of wisdom and spiritual knowledge that's going to come through as a download, and you're going to get quite a bit of an upgrade in the next few weeks. And I'm feeling that for a lot of you, it will be in June, before the summer solstice, where you're going to feel all of a sudden this surge of energy And when you feel that surge of energy, know that some sort of a download has happened, either while you were sleeping or while you're meditating. So this is great, a lot of abundance coming your way. And just be open to the abundance that comes your way. It could be someone wanting to gift you something. The next thing that's coming is change. That's the other lesson you're learning at this time. Be nimble and agile. That's what I'm hearing the Creator say, because all of a sudden you might need to pivot and course correct. And this change card very much speaks to the meditate and contemplate message of just needing to pause in the moment that a change is needed. And it could be a moment where you need to apply that change right away, or you may have that luxury to think about it and then apply that change. So however change comes, change can be comfortable, change can also be uncomfortable. And this very much applies to those who are about to end a relationship or about to enter into a new relationship in the group. Rose Spirit is just coming in and saying, whenever we need to go back to something that was uncomfortable for us in the past or go into something new, it could create a sense of discomfort. And Rose Spirit here is wanting everyone to be comfortable with change and be comfortable with uncertainty. I believe comfortable with uncertainty or something like that. That was a book written by Pema Chodron, and some of you may need to consult that book for further wisdom, so that reading that book could be an automatic download for you, perhaps, that upgrade that the Creator was speaking about. But this card change is wanting you to be comfortable with that, the change that you need to make and the changes that are coming. And know that you have received all the downloads and the updates of the virtues within your soul to handle those changes. So just a lot of encouragement here from the spirit world. The next card is thriving. So how wonderful. We do need change to thrive, don't we? And I'm also hearing we also need abundance to thrive. So know that there's this level of abundance coming in all shapes and forms your way, because you've done so much deep inner work last night and you're ready for that shift, that change, and now you can thrive. So what does thriving look like for you? Remember, in our circle we did do an update of the definition of what success is. So you're going to get a sense of how to thrive in your life in a bit of a different way, and in a much better way. That's what I'm hearing. In a way that brings you joy, in a way that brings you a sense of alignment with the flow of the universe. So this is all very exciting. I always enjoy integration readings because it really shows how much work that was done. So make sure you treat yourself to something wonderful. Congratulate yourself for all the deep inner work you did. All right, so we're going to go next into the cards that speak a little bit more into detail, and they may provide more guidance on how to thrive, how to navigate through the change, or how to recognize the various kinds of abundance that comes in. Ooh. So, as you know, this circle was all about healing relationships and people who are in various stages of it. So this card that has popped out says partnerships and alliances. How wonderful. The feeling I'm getting from Spirit is that a lot of you are now much more anchored. Interesting, I've never heard Spirit use this word before, but a lot more anchored in who you are and more connected to what you need from a long-term relationship or from any kinds of partnership or alliances. So this could be a business alliance that has also been upgraded, I heard the Creator say. So I believe that was part of the 17,000 something instant healings that happened towards the end. So know that there are better partnerships and alliances that's coming your way. And the number at the top of the card is 3. And I'm getting a sense that there are 3 different kinds of those partnerships and alliances coming in. So for those of you who are parents, your partnership or your connection to your children may be at a much deeper, more harmonious levels. For those of you who are in a business partnership, things might improve. And for those of you in a relationship currently, then that may also be a lot more loving, perhaps. So know that something's going to come in 3s. 3 is a very magical number. Moving on to the next card. Wow. Wow. Spiritual strength. As I'm holding this card, I'm getting the chills. This definitely goes back to the previous message of how you're all feeling much more anchored. And when we feel anchored and connected to ourselves, to spirit and the universe and the flow of life, there's a sense of trust in the universe, isn't there? Something out there that's much bigger than us. We trust whatever plan that they are co-creating with us. And remember, we also did upgrade the definition of trust in the healing circle. So that's going to all work together and help you see more that inner spiritual strength that you could tap into yourself. And it also means you're going to grow more spiritually. And this goes back to the downloads that they were speaking about earlier, those downloads that could happen while you're sleeping, or downloads that could happen while you're simply meditating. It'll just, bam, go right into you. I'm really feeling excited with this spiritual strength card. The number on the top has the number 9 on it, and that tells me that for some of you, it might be a 9-month process for this whole cycle of building up your spiritual strength and closing that time of spiritual learning. So whatever 9 months from now is for some of you. And it's interesting because it does take 9 months for a human to fully develop, doesn't it? So there's some significance there in the number 9. There's some sort of this energy of fully coming to its being. So I would like to leave that up to you, however you would like to manifest that feeling in your life. Ooh, wow. So you're all getting really big cards. The next card is Universe. And what the Creator wants to say here is that you are in so much more alignment. There's some sort of a puzzle piece that clicked in during the healing circle. And the manifestations that you visualized and fully felt in your body in the circle, they're starting to form. That's what I'm hearing. And whatever you manifested last night, it is somehow also connecting to past desires, wishes, and dreams. And it's trying to reawaken those past dreams, but upgrade them to a level that is in alignment with your spiritual frequency. And this is quite exciting. The number at the top says 21. So it may take you 21 days to actually see what this message means for you. You might need to go back and look into your past vision boards, because those signify those old dreams that you had, and perhaps those needs to be updated. When we actively go back and reflect, we're letting the universe know, hey, I'm trying to connect the dots here and understand my journey, so I know where I am right now and where I need to go forward and how to do that. And that really gets spirit excited when we do a lot of that inner reflective work. And that's when they start to send you all these synchronicities and signs and omens. So do that reflective work. Another big card. Wow, fertility. And you'll notice that the number 3 here is on the card, very similar to the partnership and alliances card. that had the number 3. With the fertility card, and it's linking very powerfully with the universe card. With the fertility card, it's also speaking to the things that you manifested. And it's coming to fruition very, very soon. Be open to new possibilities, because those are the options that the universe and your spiritual team are giving you, just to make this journey more of an exciting choose your own spiritual adventure sort of a thing. So be open, be excited, and be aware of the signs and the omens and synchronicities that's going to come your way. There's something here definitely about your own inner growth. And the fertility card also refers to the partnership and alliances card, where there's some sort of a strengthening or a deepening of a connection that's already there in your life. And that could be your connection to the spirit world. All of a sudden, it might go through a massive spiritual growth. Going on to the next card. So conflict and defeat. This card is speaking about that, yes, there are challenges that are coming, but it's not a big deal. And I'm not feeling any sort of a panic or an emergency sort of a feeling from this card. It's more of, yes, as you move forward, there will be challenges, but you do have those previous cards about partnership and alliance, spiritual strength, universe, and this whole fertile energy that whatever challenge that is dropped on your lap, it's like water off a duck's back. It's nothing. So this is a great card in that you're just going to coast right now through any challenges. And Spirit is wanting to send those little mini challenges just to assure you, and so you know at that conscious and subconscious level, oh, I can handle that. That was nothing. Oh, how interesting. I just handled that without being triggered. Oh, I just handled that so calmly. And that experience is going to build your self-confidence and also this sense of really healthy pride. So that's why that card has come out. Of course, as you build that healthy sense of pride and confidence, guess what? Material and spiritual prosperity. Wow. Look at all these amazing cards. This is great. So that's what's coming your way. Material and spiritual prosperity. And the number 6 here very much stands out to me. And I'm hearing for some of you, it's anywhere from 6 weeks to 6 months that you're going to start to see all this material and spiritual prosperity beginning to build and bloom. And it might not be until the end of the 6th month where you reflect and go, wow, all that happened. And I feel this level of gratitude, this huge wave of gratitude that comes over you. And that massive wave of gratitude will bring in more abundance your way. So do think about what the next 6 months, what would that look like for you, and where in your life would you might possibly be. And you might want to mark it in your calendar to see if you need to take a moment in that month to practice some gratitude or do some reflective work. I'm just going to put the cards away on the other side of my desk because there's just so much energy coming out from it. We're now going to go into the goddess cards, and they just want to give any final messages here to assist you with the journey going forward. So the first goddess that come out is CJ, or Sige. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Quiet time. So this goes back to the whole work about meditating, contemplating, reflecting. And her message is take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So when words repeat itself like that, so meditate and contemplate, it's been repeated twice so far. Even the word reflection, they made me say it many times in this integration reading. So do take that time to sit quietly and just reflect, be in your thoughts, and journal them. Irene is talking about peace. Interesting, because the creator did speak about more peace coming in, because you're going to be just coasting through life's many challenges in those sort of ways. And she says there is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So rest assured. For those of you who are waiting for a response from something or someone, know that there's a reason for that divine detour to happen. And it's just happening in ways that it needs to happen. I know you all know that, says the creator. Goddess Diana, focused intention. So this goes back to having that practical plan and taking those actions and steps based on the things that you manifested last night. And her message is keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So make sure you have that plan. I feel that having a practical plan and sticking to it and taking some sort of a daily or weekly action towards your goal is so important right now, especially with whatever energy shift that's going to happen before the summer solstice next month. We're going to finally get into the spirit signs. So what are the signs that they are going to send to you so that you always stay on your course, or if you need to course correct a little bit? The first sign is lock. The first sign is a key, and it's about locking or unlocking something. So if you ever see a key, and it could be a key that's tattooed on someone, or it could be a key design on some sort of a wallpaper. I did see that in a cafe once. And as I'm looking at my clock, it says 11:11, and each of that number, the number 1, kind of looks like a key from far away from here. So 11:11, or the number 1 if it's in sequence, so even 1:11, it could mean that you need to consider what you need to lock behind you or what you need to unlock going forward. It could also mean there are things in the past that you need to unlock and just do some clearing on. However that unfolds for you and however you would like to intuitively interpret, I would like to leave that up to you. So whenever you see a key, there's something that needs to be locked or unlocked. Okay, lion. So if you see a lion, either on TV or somewhere else, it's Spirit's way of letting you know that there's strength and success that you need to tap into. Interesting that this card had come out, because if you remember, we did update the virtues of success within you. So how would that definition of success from the much higher realm, how would that play out in your life now? And be very much aware in how it manifests as material and spiritual prosperity. And the strength part, if you see a line, it could be the creator saying just tap more into that inner strength so that you could actually complete that task that helps you move forward to achieving your dream. The final card. Okay, so this confirms the downloads that are coming. If you see a whale, it symbolizes wisdom keeper. And if you do see a whale, either like on a picture book, on a kid's book, or anywhere, know that there are some downloads coming. Make some room to allow those downloads to come. So for instance, let's say sometime this weekend, you see a whale on some sort of a poster. Pay attention to that and look into your schedule and go, okay, where can I open up some time where there's a quiet time to meditate and contemplate on these downloads that are going to drop into me, either through my dream state or when I'm meditating. And make the time. I'm hearing the creator say schedule it, because that's how important it is, these downloads, because they are in direct alignment and in connection to the things that you manifested and healed in the circle. So this was an absolute joy to channel, and I hope there were some gems in here for you to work with on the weekend, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Have a good weekend. Bye.